It's me. You know what it is. My brother. You saw him last week. We are in Purchase. We went out to go see a client, well, to see our guy that we work with out in Hartford, Connecticut. We didn't make it out there. Would you see me in this little tight area? I'm in a tow truck. Yes, I said a tow truck. Because this man's car broke down. So I'm out in Purchase, which I'm going to walk around this corner, probably get lynched and hung. You see, he has nothing to say. Not a word to say. Nothing. But
more fucking money to spend.
Well, you know what? Life is hard. Anyway.
I need a job.
We had an actually real nice cop, though, that came over, didn't arrest us.
Fuck the police.
Was really,
except for that guy.
Yeah, this guy was really nice guy. White cop, really sweet guy, really nice. Sat with us for about a half an hour, talked with us about what we should do. And then after we called the tow truck, he heard it on the dispatcher and came back and made sure that we were okay. That was nice.
He wanted to fuck my brother.
I would have fucked him well. And he was I would have. No, anyway, we're stuck in the tow truck now. We're in Purchase, and we're going to go out to New Rochelle so I can get a train home. I don't know what he's going to do. I have no clue what he's going to do. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're now in New Rochelle. We've done the whole towing trip on the flatbed with the BMW. This is my brother's car. That's my brother. That's the flatbed. I need to take a train home now. I'm not bothered by that, but I gotta take a train home. I gotta go. What's up? I'm here with DJ J from Connecticut.
What shit ginger ale is this?
It's ginger ale. I don't know.
Nirvana.
Here's issues. A lot of issues. So this is the party right now. What's going on? And we're about to get this party started. All right, guys, here we go.
All the single ladies, 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 all the single ladies. Now put your hands up in the club. You just broke up. I'm doing my own little thing. You decided to dip, and now you want to trip 'cause another brother noticed me. I'm up on him, he up on me. Don't pay him any attention. Just crying my tears, get 3 good years. You can't be mad at me. 'Cause if you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad what you see that he want it. If you like it, then you should've put a ring on it.
I have no life. Super Bowl Sunday. Am I gonna watch the game? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I have issues about. Yeah, I always have issues, right? I have issues. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna set this up and we're gonna talk for a second. I got my issues about stuff, about kids, about how they're raised, how our kids are having kids. And I know we always talk about this, and I'm sure you talk about it amongst your friends. I think it's a little baffling for me to understand that we need to come to a point that the kids have no pride about themselves. And I understand peer pressure, and you gotta be the cool kid. And that's been going on for decades from when my grandmother was a kid. And I remember talking to her about how if she wore these particular clothes, then she wasn't cool. And I think it's sad, but it's a part of reality. It's a part of our culture. If you're not wearing the newest things, if you're not the coolest haircut, the best weave, if you're not slim and trim, or for the girls, if you don't have a big booty and you still got a figure, it's between shaming each other on such a level, it's ridiculous, to the point that kids kill themselves. It's a point of trying to make you feel good about yourself, and that's got to come from home. And for women, I think, or for girls, I think that if your father's not in the picture to tell you how beautiful you are, to tell you how wonderful, how smart, how intelligent, how absolutely incredible you are, then I think girls go out and search for that validation through knuckleheads. And if they don't have a reference of how a man is supposed to treat them, then that's why we get these kids that are having kids, because most of them have the kids at 21, 22, 23. I'm not saying it's a kid, but listen, you haven't even lived your life yet, and you've, not to say a kid is a bad thing, having a child is a bad thing, but you stifle yourself to a large degree, and I don't think you realize how much you stifle yourself and what you can achieve with less headaches in your life. I'm not saying that you can have a kid and you can't go to college and you can't get a career and you can't do all those things, but think about how much of more of a headache it is worrying about, do you have a babysitter? Can you afford daycare? What's it going with the clothes and the books and the open school night and kindergarten and whatever it may be that is keeping you from doing things that you either want to do or you had planned to do for your life. And going back to the peer pressure for kids, when you're not wearing the coolest clothes and you don't have a father there to say that you are fantastic, then like I said before, then they go out looking for that validation through other guys and not really understanding the whole dynamics of how a man is supposed to treat them. Now, they may see TV stuff and the fairy tales of how a man is supposed to treat them, but that's not true in any shape, form, or fashion. It's all about work. A relationship is work. A relationship is work. And if you don't have a reference, maybe being by your mother and father, on how that dynamic works, then you make up your own reference. And unfortunately, that reference is from TV. But I think a lot of kids, I'm mostly talking about women right now, but I think a lot of kids have a tendency of, they think they found Mr. Right. They think they found the perfect guy. First of all, there's no such thing. Secondly, you haven't. And if you did, then I commend you. But when you find something of any type of substance, then you tend to move on to that. Meanwhile, there's 10 times guys that are better than that particular person. But I think girls just assume that this guy is treating us right, or, he's not going to take no bullshit from nobody else, so he's going to protect me and my family, or me and my kid, if in the event that I have one. For parents, you have to really, really instill in your kids how wonderful they are. And for women, for girls, if your father's not around, then, moms, you got to pick up the slack. It's never going to be the same intensity that if their father's around to tell them how beautiful they are. Wonderful, smart, intelligent, great. But moms, you try and you put your best foot in and you do the best you possibly can. But I think a lot of problems is that when you have a kid that's having a kid, you're still going through those issues about yourself. So how do you raise your daughter up? When I say raise her up, I don't mean raise her from like a child to a teenager to an adult. I'm talking about raise her up with personality and with dignity to say you are worthy. When you don't feel you're worthy, when you had a kid out of wedlock or under 30 years old and not knowing where to go, there is no best time to have a kid. I don't care how rich you are or how poor you are. It happens. And you're never really prepared for it. And I commend all the parents out there that makes it work the best way they possibly can. I think that comes with maturity and understanding what you have to do. And understanding that have a kid when you have gotten all that crap out of your system in reference to partying, hanging out, chilling, smoking, drinking. Do all that when you're young and enjoy it. But when you have a kid in the realm of that, it's hard. And for those that are having kids that are kids, and then you leave your kid off to your parents, Now they're the kids' parents. It's a little complicated. It's a little hard. I just feel that women are such incredible creatures, and they are so deserving of so much more, especially when they get older and they have those guys that unfortunately have left them to fend for themselves with their children. And you do so great, because between working, holding down a home, getting the kids together, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I've got 2 kids. My daughter I raised on my own, basically. It's not easy. It's just not. And I understand that. But you make it harder for yourself when you think that having a kid is going to save your relationship, because it's not. It's going to get worse. And it amazes me that people think that. If I have a kid, he's going to stay. If I have a kid, he's going to be a better man, or a better father, a better boyfriend. No. If he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. If he wants to leave, he's going to leave, no matter what. Listen, it's not for everybody. My way is not for everybody, and I understand that. But I'll leave you with this. When was the last time you told your son or daughter you loved them? When was the last time you gave your son or daughter a hug for no particular reason? Just because you're my son or my daughter, and just because I love you, and just because I want to. So I end with that, and once again I'll let you know, subscribe. My Twitter, my email, my Facebook, my Instagram, everything else, guys. Make sure you check me out. As I always say, cherish the person in the mirror. You only have one. You take care, guys.